control, Houston, Texas, where the Rockets are ready to engage in an interconference showdown. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. You look at Chicago, they know this is the type of game they need to win if they're going to take the next step. Facing a closely ranked team, no clear underdogs based on the tail of the tape.
And they're 1-0 against them this season, and this is the final matchup. So a little bit of extra incentive tonight, knowing they have a chance for the season sweep.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, whether it's 2 games or 20, you'd love to go unblemished against any opponent over the course of a season. Of course, the opposite is just as true. Getting swept is no fun at all.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. Robin Lopez out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Valentine in at the 3 slot. Well, Clark, a few teams at this point in the season have battled through back-to-back games. Just how hard is that on the body to play in consecutive nights in this league?
As I recall, Kevin, it wasn't terribly difficult. As a matter of fact, I kind of enjoyed it. You could either get the bad taste of a loss out of your mouth quickly by playing another game. You didn't have to really practice. There's some energy concerns, obviously, but when you're well-rested and excited about playing, you find the energy. But I do believe there's studies that show there's a greater probability for injury the more back-to-back games that you have. That's one of the reasons the league has sought to minimize the number of back-to-back games across the schedule.
Here is Harden. Jabari Parker making his last shot. Drains it from beyond the arc.
You know, a good percentage of Harden's points come from beyond the arc. He works extremely hard to find the space he needs on the perimeter.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. No good on the triple. And Levine, here we go. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
Harden kicks to Capella. Back to Harden. A 3 ball. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4. For Chicago, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Bean passes to Parker. Lopez a screen. Anderson against Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
And if you don't stay in front of Parker on defense, he torches you with his unreal vertical. Major bounce this guy has.
And Harden now, top of the key. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Evan, there's no stopping him right now. I mean, he's locked in this quarter. This defense has to get the ball out of his hand.
Here's Parker. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And I like his muscular body. This guy is able to body up defenders and still get the shot that he wants. He's excellent at finishing through contact.
The 3 from Harden. Nice D from Levine.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Anthony kicks to Capella. The kick out to Anderson. Good on the triple. Anderson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Love watching Anderson shoot immediately off the pass, right away. Fires it quickly after getting the ball.
And the shot is good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
The 3 from Harden. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the 3 ball the way they did.
And, Greg, they were shooting that thing with confidence, boy. Every time they got a clean look from deep, the trigger was pulled. Ow!
And the Rockets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. And Chicago also making a switch. Portis is checked in. Here's Dunn. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
You know, in recent years, the Rockets have not lacked for critics. I mean, they're a jump shooting team. They're a bean counting front office. A coach whose teams don't defend. Last season, I think, silenced a lot of those critics.
Now here's Capella. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And the basket by Gordon.
And really, the three-point shot is Gordon's specialty, Kevin. When he squares himself up, there's a real high chance he's dropping it in.
And Clark, it all seemed to come together for the Rockets last season. What was the key in your estimation?
I think you've got to look right at the addition of Chris Paul, reducing the workload on James Harden, more defensive-minded wings, also the development of Clint Capella. When you factor those things in, you get 65 wins during the regular season for the Rockets.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Dunn passes to Portis. Dunn's shot's good. Dunn's got 6.
That is just grown man, big boy work from Dunn inside. Incredible athleticism really aids him in getting these types of shots.
Harden can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Parker's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Gordon kicks to Harden. Gordon trying to break loose. Another miss by Harden. Bulls trail by 3. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. It's good.
Tell you what, this is a guy who's really improved his mid-range game. I mean, Levine working hard to become an all-around threat.
Harden outside, fires from deep. Another miss by Harden. Valentine with it. In the game against Detroit, very impressive.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
James Harden getting it done for Houston. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. We come back right after this. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Rockets.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Rockets, Nene is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Green, and there's Gordon, and it's Tucker in at the small forward. To the left wing, Parker dishes to Payne. Parker outside. Portis sets the pick for Parker. 5 on the clock. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Bulls. Gordon, the pass to Tucker. Nene down low. Defended by Carter. And there's Green on the assist by Nene. Green's got his first basket of the night.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Carter sets the pick for Parker. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And this break gives us a moment to look at the leading playmakers among rookies for the past 10 games. Fourth, Wendell Carter.
And the assist numbers the past few weeks have shown how well he's fitting in chemistry-wise for this team.
Well, I think fitting in is an understatement. I mean, he's flat out taking charge, running things. That offense looks exceptional when it runs through him.
And the Rockets making a change here. Smith has checked in, and Chicago also making a switch. Robin Lopez has checked in for Bobby Portis. Here's Payne. The Rockets pull it in. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
No question about it. Honed in completely. They demonstrated real grit in a tough place to play, and they got the result they wanted.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
And that one's good. Parker.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
From deep, Green. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts. When it comes to initiating this play, Clark, for your money, who are the perimeter pick-and-roll ball handlers right now in the game?
Well, the guys that come to mind for me, Chris Paul is fantastic in the pick-and-roll. Damian Lillard is outstanding. James Harden. And I think Victor Oladipo is getting better. I mean, he's so good at finding seams and using his athleticism to get to the bucket, and he's really grown as a finisher. Kyrie Irving is just a terrific one-on-one player. Sometimes he doesn't even need the screen guy. He's so good with the ball. And obviously Steph Curry is in that category too.
And that one's good. Parker. Parker's got the lead up to 2 now for the Bulls.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And there's the pass to Smith. Over in the corner, Green. Again, the miss by Green.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do. I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
It's stolen by Green, taken away by Holiday. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. Carter sets the pick for Parker. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Anderson, he's checked in for Nene. Harden comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Paul in for Eric Gordon. Outside, Holiday. Stolen by Harden. He kicks it to Paul. And there's the foul. It'll go on Denzel Valentine. That's his first foul. Anthony's checked in for the Rockets. Then for the Bulls, Portis comes in for Robin Lopez. And it's done in for Justin Holiday. And Anthony gets it to go.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Portis against Anderson. Portis, the pass to Levine. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Dunn. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Dunn's got 8 points.
And really, Dunn is sensational at reading the defense off of screens. I mean, knows exactly where to be after the pick is set.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
A baseline J. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
And Greg, you know how it is. At some point, you just got to man up and play with a lot more aggressiveness and toughness and pride inside.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Rockets lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Day turning tonight here in the Southwest. We're in Houston. Welcome back, everyone. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Levine and Valentine are the wingmen. Parker out there with Robin Lopez. And it's done in at the 1. And Anderson gets it to go.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
The shot by Valentine, no good.
Great look, but he couldn't finish everything but, is how we say that. Surprising since the defense was very pedestrian.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And looking at Jabari Parker, 6'8", about 250 pounds. Greg, what's his best position?
You know, I think he has a small forward skill, but with the way the game is changing, you could see him play some power forward as well. And I think his best fit might just be at the 4 because of the mismatch he can create. And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Levine can't hit.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Anderson wide open, and he's good on the 3-ball. Anderson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And, you know, throughout his career, Anderson has stroked it well from distance. So confident from behind the arc.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the jam by Valentine.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch. That's a good shot. Even though it couldn't find the bottom of the bucket, I like the shot quality.
They get it back.
You know, he's been off so far, Kevin, but there's still time. I mean, he just needs to settle it down, idle it down a little bit, and try to contribute as much as he can on the offense within himself.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
You know, it's funny, guys. I'm still not sure that Chris Paul gets enough credit for just how special he is as a player. I'm not sure why that is. I mean, very few players in league history have been able to impact the game at both ends of the floor at his elite level.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. P.J. Tucker comes in for Anderson. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Anthony. And Eric Gordon subbed in for Chris Paul. The Bulls also changing it up. Bobby Portis is checked in for Parker. Justin Holiday comes in for Levine. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Chris Dunn. And you look at Chris Paul's numbers, they stack up to any point guard that's ever played the game. Clark, what do you think is the most underrated part of Chris Paul's game?
Well, I would think it would be his defense and his perimeter shooting. I don't think he gets the credit for being the perimeter shooter he is, but defense would stand out to me.
Harden outside, and Tucker has it in the corner. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Tucker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Bulls trail by 12. Payne kicks to Lopez. Pass to Valentine. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Now here's Payne. He's tightly guarded. And a wide open look for Portis. Misses, and he wants that one back. Green passes to Tucker. Fires the three. Drops in the tray. Tucker's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Rockets.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Yeah, it looks too easy for them. Almost looks too easy for them, I should say, Greg. I mean, their chemistry really at a high level.
Lopez, no luck.
Boy, the defense did an awesome job there, Kevin. Big time work. Really distracting them, throwing off the shot. That's how you do it on D.
From deep, Green. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
From past the arc, and another 3 for Houston.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Lopez a screen. Lopez a screen on Green. It's stolen by Green. Harden with it. Now guarded by Valentine. From deep, Green. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists tonight. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Fires the 3, and Gerald Green another 3. Green's got 15 points here in the second half.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Here's Payne. Dishes it to Lopez. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Up top, Tucker. Got it up. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And so it's the Houston Rockets cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. And with as many 3-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Back right after this. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on head coach Fred Hoiberg.
Got to make sure we're playing with a purpose, okay?
Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Clark, we all know you are one of the best players and maybe the greatest high school class ever. Guys who are now in the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. What a list of names and great players.
Yeah, terrific players, and proud and privileged to be part of that class. 1979 is what you talk about. Dominique Wilkins, Isaiah Thomas, James Worthy, Ralph Sampson, Terry Cummings. I could go on and on and on, but obviously some of those guys, Hall of Famers, and distinguished not just in what they did in high school and college and the pros, but in how many of them have lived their lives off the court too.
Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Anderson is the 4 with Capella at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Harden against Levine. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Back to Dunn. Screen by Parker. Carter with a screen on Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Carter down low. He's against Anderson, and it's Carter missing. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. James Harden again from deep. Harden's got 12 points here in the second half.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Levine kicks to Carter. Bulls moving the ball around. Portis the screen. Will it go? And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Hard fast break fundamentals. Center the ball. Run 2 wings on each side. Have another guy set up from outside. Last guy trailing. We don't see that much convention.
No, we don't, Kevin. And I'm chuckling because I know it grinds the gears of a lot of basketball purists, mine included. I really don't like to see guys fan out to the 3 when the layup is readily available. It's part and parcel of how it's played now, but I think there's a balance. I think you should still be running for layups and use the 3 in transition, maybe in a delayed fashion versus the primary break fashion.
We see a lot of turnovers, too. A lot of missed opportunities on the break these days.
Yeah, great point, Kevin. You're right. Guys trying to get that ball out to the 3 instead of taking the easy layup opportunity. Agree with you 100% there.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Smith on the wing. His first shot coming late, and Houston again with the bucket.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
And here's Ashik. They set the pick. Ashik the screen for Parker. Shoots from the line. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Anthony from the arc. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 4 assists in the game. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Passes to Hutchison. Here's Felicio. Ashik with a screen on Smith. Felicio. And he uses the glass on the layup. Felicio's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. Off target with his 3.
Well, I think the defense got really lucky there. I mean, you can't afford to give up wide open shots from deep.
Here's Blakeney. Carter Williams covering. Out to Parker. Cans the shot from the wing.
Man, I love watching Parker take control of the offense. A score from anywhere on the court, and somebody who possesses a lot of confidence, actually boatloads of it.
Back to Carter Williams. The 3 from Anthony. Rebound by the Bulls.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Rockets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
Absolutely. I mean, they had this date circled on the calendar for redemption. I mean, you never want to lose 2 games and be swept. It can be harder in an East-West game than playing against teams in your own conference. So this is a big win for them.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for James Harden.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
And here's Green outside. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket, shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it, and that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
Payne's shot is good.
Hey, you could sink these with your eyes closed or blindfolded. So close, so deep inside. Great bucket.
Carter Williams dishes to Green. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
Here's Parker. The kick out to Holiday. So we see Houston taking the W here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg